Toot toot.
Ladles, jelly spoons, and all other non-binary kitchen utensils. Welcome to your episode of Gravy Wheels for this week. My name is Andrew.
I'm Franklin.
And I'm Hova Beans.
We're not going to talk about beans for reasons that the listener, won't have to deal with.
Prior, yeah. It's probably a good
BB-8
idea.
is a cup.
No, edit it out.
I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm probably not going to take the time to take that out of the video version, so I don't know if that's...
I'm not going to edit it out either.
Good. Perfect.
But,
Great.
But it's funny to say that you will.
Yeah. Now that we all agree on that, I guess we can move on to
So-
more pressing things.
Yeah, so I thought that we were going to do this podcast where we did jokes, and sometimes jokes are things that aren't true.
Oh. Okay. Is that the... Okay. Yeah, I like it. Perfect. So do you guys like mac and cheese?
Who doesn't?
So I picked up some wild new mac and cheese. I think it's crazy these days that back in the day there was like Oreos and double stuff Oreos, and you had like barbecue potato chips and cheddar and sour cream, and that was about it. These days, man, you walk down the chip aisle and you're just getting assaulted from every angle of different delicious sounding flavors and McRib chips and Philly cheesesteak chips and dessert chips. And I mean, even the Pringles, yeah, they've literally got like sweet chips, like it's so weird. Anyways, things have leveled up in the culinary department, but I picked up the other day because I can't resist. And anybody that follows me on Twitter knows that basically my social media has just evolved into this weird review thing where I just post the most ridiculous foods that I can find. And anyways, yeah, I spotted some mac and cheese that is Cheetos brand. So you've got regular Cheetos mac and cheese, you got Flamin' Hot Cheeto mac and cheese, and then you've also got the jalapeno, Fiesta jalapeno or whatever they call it, Cheetos mac and cheese. And you can get the little microwavable cups or you can get the bigger box. I got all three flavors. You'll see them soon on my tweeters. If you guys are excited, follow your boy.
All right, but truly would anybody describe any of those things that you just mentioned as a culinary delight? Culinary.
I mean, maybe I used a little bit too fancy of a word, but you know what I mean.
I think this is another one of those products that is going to fall under the heading of only purchased as joke.
No.
Slash
what if they're really good?
I don't know, man. I kind of doubt it. But it's like there's so many flavors of everything that are like that now that are just like novelty flavors.
Yeah, that's why I take my job so seriously. And anytime I see something like this, I purchase it immediately, and I put my body on the line to try it out and see if it's just a gimmicky trick, just some brand deal that some corporate asshole made at a high level, and then they just like, yeah, throw a little spice on there. Now it's Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Here's our fucking, we'll send you the vector files, whatever. But some of them are done well. For instance, I see you raising your hand, Frank, and I'm going to get to you. For instance, I just recently picked up, I forget the actual brand, but they have Reese's Cupcakes, and found those at Walmart, I think the same day. And those, I've had some Reese's product before. I'm trying to think. They sell just jars of Reese's peanut butter.
Can we talk about...
I'm sorry.
Can we go one day without talking about...
I love peanut butter. What do you want from me? Anyways, the Reese's peanut butter jars, the first time I saw it, had to scoop it up. Tastes like regular peanut butter for the most part. Not even really enjoyable. But those little Reese's cupcakes, ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy. I wanted to stick it inside of me and not only my mouth. Go ahead, Frank.
All right, I got a question. Left or right?
Right.
You want them to chop off your right foot whenever you get diabetes?
No, I was hoping you were talking about testicles, because that one is far lower than the left. It's starting to be a problem.
All right. Gravy wheels derailed.
No, there's a moment at which we're going to have to talk about balls, and I'm just trying to decide if it's going to be this one.
Like the energy drink? I mean, if
No,
the
not like
segue's there, hop on it.
No, I mean the things that we are all cursed with.
Testicles.
Yes, those.
Yeah.
I have a harrowing story for you.
Oh
I
God.
remember this.
I was gonna say, I think maybe I told you this, Frank, but I'm pretty sure I did not tell Joey this. Okay. So, when I was at KU, when I was in college, I was and still am, and even in high school. I'm sure I made you guys listen to David Cross's stand-up at various
Yeah.
points. Always been a huge David Cross fan. Loved him very much. And he was doing a tour my freshman year of college. So he was stopping through Kansas City, and my girlfriend at the time bought me tickets for my birthday. And it was a big deal. We were going to go. It was going to be kick-ass. But earlier in the day, I was having some pain. I was having some pains in my bathing suit region. And it just it was just getting worse. Like, this has happened every once in a while. Like, I'll have like an ache or something, like you pull a muscle in your groin or something, and it just kind of hurts a little bit. But no, I was like, that'll go away. This was not going away. This was getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Until finally, there were maybe like 2 or 3 hours to the show. And I'm like, I can't go. Instead, I am going to go to the emergency room because that is where we're at in terms of pain level. So, Frank, goddammit, stop.
Testicular torsion.
Long story short, yes. It was bad.
My
It was
dad
very
suffers
bad.
from the same thing. Did you follow-up question, did you wear boxers?
Yes.
And that, from my understanding, is a big contributor to it. If you wear underwear that aren't tight, that don't support your little buddies.
Always have done.
They
I'll
hang
never
down
stop.
there and swing around. You still wear them, even after the torsion.
Yeah. They
Wow.
after they repaired it, they were like, that can't happen again because of the way it's fixed.
No, lies. At some point, it's gonna go around like a fucking tetherball, man, and it's gonna hurt.
I've seen my
Well-
dad not be able to walk because of his.
Yeah, I had to literally have surgery.
Yeah.
But apparently during this, I didn't remember this until after, when I was on a bunch of morphine because I was dealing with a shitload of pain.
Hell yeah.
I spent a long time trying to talk the doctors into replacing the ball that they might need to take out with a laser cannon. And then I made a bunch of noises. And that is how I spent my 21st birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Frank, what kind of underwear do you wear? Since we're all just getting it out there.
I like the brief. I was always a boxer fan, but past 4 or 5 years, I've been a nice tight brief type of guy.
Yeah. See, I did boxers I think all the way up past high school for a few years, and then I made the transition to the briefs and haven't gone back. So
I can't. As a kid, I wore briefs, and I tried to go back at one point, and I was just like, I can't. It's just too oppressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first off, we need to delete this episode because this is whatever.
Nah, man, I've been saving that story. That's definitely going out.
Hot ball talk. Doing in my line of work where I'm inside and crawling around machines and tucked inside of them sometimes, I've had some pinch issues years ago, and then
Ow.
about 3 times a year I rip the crotch out of a pair of jeans. So always,
It happens.
yeah. So I've learned to snug my cash and prizes.
Probably a good idea.
Can't get too hot.
Wow. Well, speaking of balls, anybody got some stories about things that they think are some balls?
That's vague. That's vague.
Well, we could have went 3 ways with this.
What? What water are you trying to lead us
Like
to?
a Wonka Vader?
What's a bunch of balls is that I was totally excited to be able to pre-order a PS5 today, but
No, you weren't.
shucks. Yeah, you're right.
Did you guys even get the emails?
What emails? The confirmation ones?
No, the email that I got. So for those of you guys that don't know, what we're alluding to is Sony sent out emails today to existing customers, I guess. I have a PSN account, and I got an email that basically said they're producing a limited amount of PS5s, and due to the limited supply, they're basically taking how did they word it? They're taking signups. You have to register for a chance to pre-order a PS5 directly from Sony or PlayStation. Now, this isn't.
Right.
No, that doesn't say that that's the only way you're going to be able to get a PS5. I'm sure you're still going to be able to pre-order on Amazon and Walmart and Best Buy and all this stuff. But that is an email that I got from Sony. Once you click it, basically you just have to enter your PSN and hit confirm or apply or register or whatever. And then it says if you were chosen, you will be sent an email. Now, maybe that's like a pre-sale. Maybe the first place you'll be able to pre-order the console itself will be directly from Sony, and then Amazon and things like that will come, the next day or even a week after or something. I don't know. But seeing that email directly from Sony, and obviously everybody's already known that there's going to be a limited supply of PlayStation 5s and that they were going to be fairly hard to get a hold of, but seeing that email directly from Sony, I think really, says a lot. They might even be harder to come across than what we initially thought.
I don't know. I'm kind of expecting it to be pretty much impossible, like every console is to get a launch, essentially.
Yeah. I don't remember having any issues before, though. I'm pretty sure the last time they came around, I just went ahead and pre-ordered the Xbox One and the PS4, and I don't remember, scouring the internet for a pre-order link that would actually let me do it.
But that's the thing. It's usually people aren't pre-ordering. I'm thinking about the people who are trying to pick one up.
Oh,
day one.
just going to the store day one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. I don't
No.
know.
If you have the foresight to pre-order when pre-orders go up, then usually you're fine. It's not usually that big of a deal.
Right. Especially with the internet now, and it's not that. And I've always also had this weird thing where I would just pre-order online, and then I would just drive to a physical location on launch night or launch day anyways. And if I ended up with two, I wouldn't be too worried about it because I could always just sell the second one. I mean, especially right at the get-go, you're not going to have any problem getting your money back, more than likely. Even if you do have to ship it, there's always going to be a little bit of a markup and stuff like that. So you're pretty much going to break even. Because with where I live, pre-ordering online is fine. Amazon does it a lot better these days, but living out in the middle of nowhere, a lot of times if you pre-order things, that doesn't mean you're going to get it on day one. You might get it, the next day or a couple days later instead of launch day. So I would usually drive to a physical location as well and just see if I could find it. But the pre-order was like a safety net, if I go and there's not one there, then I know I've got one in the mail at least.
If I'm going to pre-order something, I'm definitely going to go someplace and put in my pre-order in a physical location and pick it up day of. I'm not going to trust the mail.
Right.
Especially not now.
I just hate giving my money to GameStop.
Fair enough.
Right after I sent you guys a link and was like, hey, they got cool shirts at GameStop for cheap.
Send give your money to Best Buy.
Well, but we don't have the closest Best Buy to me is over an hour away.
Oh, I forget that, yes.
Yeah. You can make it so I can pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank seems to be coming to my house every other weekend these days, so. And we can't seem to remember to give him the arcade to see if he can fix it, but it'll happen eventually.
There's another thing that I'm seeing right now. It's kind of pissing me off. Is that Engage charged right now? You prick.
Sure is.
So much.
Actually, I looked and I was like, oh, the battery's a little low. I'm just going to give it a little recharge because I wanted to. So whenever I played that demo for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, it kind of rekindled my. I was like, damn, I want to get back on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and it's really not bad on the N-Gage. I wish the screen was 10 times bigger. Obviously, but it's not bad.
So don't worry, I haven't been able to play it, Andrew. I haven't been able to play it because
that's okay.
there. It's not charged.
Next time it'll be like he'll be like, oh, the dog ate it. I don't know.
No. It'll happen, man. We're gonna have an engaged LAN party one day. It's gonna happen.
Engaged LAN party.
Yep.
We're gonna get 3 of them. We're gonna wirelessly link them all together.
I wonder if that's a thing. They do have Bluetooth, so I don't know. Maybe.
There's probably some sort of multiplayer setup for those.
I would assume.
I mean, if they did it for like the Game Boy Advance, where you had to have like a 4-way link cable.
Right. Which actually worked surprisingly well. I mean, those System Link on GBA was totally fine. Especially there was really cool features like, yeah, exactly, like with Mario Kart. You know, it wasn't just like, you know, your standard System Link. In some ways, you could even argue that it was better than the Xboxes, and I mean, you can't even really say anything for PlayStation because they never really got on that. But yeah, with Mario Kart, what was it called on GBA? Was it Mario Kart Advance? No.
Maybe
Whatever
Grand Prix,
it was.
something like that.
Yeah, whatever it was. You could have one physical cartridge of Mario Kart, and you could link 4 Game Boy Advances and play off of that one cart. Now, you were limited, at least maps. You might have even been limited, like what cart you could pick, but it would work, and not everybody would have to own the game.
The DS version had that too. I think it made everybody else a shy guy, though. You had to be a shy guy.
Yeah, I think it was similar. Super Circuit. There you go. Yep, that's it. That's actually the reason I a few years ago I went and bought, because I was having LAN parties fairly regularly at the time, and I went and bought 4 Game Boy Advances and some System Links because I thought, you know, that would be awesome whenever guys came over to play Xbox and stuff, that we could do some Mario Kart. Then we never did it, but yeah.
Well, guys, back on the topic of balls. You guys think of anything else as a bunch of bullshit that's happened lately? Like, I don't know, them canceling Altered Carbon? Don't.
I do think that that's horse steak. My first thought was, I don't know if you guys read any of the articles or anything, but was it that bad of a second season? Or is it more to COVID or funding or something? Because I thought the second season was good. I wouldn't say it was the first season, but it was good. I was still looking forward to a third season.
I still have not watched the second season.
Yeah, I mean, it's good, but it's not like it's not as good as the first season. And then I think that they're using the Corvid as an excuse. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's more one of those a thinker. But whoever pulled that, I think they need to get re-sleeved. So fuck them.
Speaking also of balls, sorry to change the topic again.
So many balls tonight. That's the episode title for sure.
Somebody has sent me an update here that says that today they announced a new Ball of Duty game.
Yeah, I can't wait to play that.
Is that your Surface tablet?
This is my Surface. It's not even on. That was a joke. Nobody sent me anything.
Yeah, so in-game event today. The first in-game event that I've cared about, I think we touched on this in a previous episode, and I totally forgot to update the game. I was like, I even had somebody DM me, and they're like, hey, man, are you going to watch the reveal? Like, where can we watch it at? And I was like, I would assume it would just be, you know, the official Call of Duty Twitch account, and the official Call of Duty YouTube account. And then like an hour later, it hits me. I was like, oh, it's an in-game event. And I ran upstairs, and it's like a 17 gig update, and I had 1 hour, and I'm downloading at 1.9 megabytes. And I'm like, well, guess I missed that. But it did look pretty cool. They updated the game where Warzone is the game. They updated the Warzone playlist where there was this new playlist, and you would go in, and all the names of the drop locations were redacted and stuff like that. And then there was like 5 objectives. You had to like get kills, and every time you got a kill, they dropped like intel. You had to pick up the intel. Once you had 5 pieces of intel, you could like go get the key. Once you had the key, you went to another guy and had to pick up a weapon. And once you got that, it basically, I don't know. It was like cool, but it was also done in an odd way, I think. But basically a countdown started, and then you had to run to the stadium in the middle of the map. And once you get there, it just played the trailer. But the trailer itself, like if they would have just dropped a trailer, I think the trailer was really well done. It had some classic rock in there, and anytime there's a trailer with some classic rock, I'm all in. And it looked like some really good like Cold War era, like Vietnam feels. I don't know. They were showing like jungle warfare, and I don't know what war that would be specifically because the Cold War was obviously like more of the Russian scare of nuclear arms and all that stuff. So, but it looks like there might be like some Vietnam era gameplay that you get to play. I don't know.
This one is actually all set in Granada.
Oh,
Hey,
stun
hey,
granada. Yeah, sir, Dad.
Yes,
I really like to put Granada in my drinks.
Oh, yeah.
that's grenadine, you silly Billy.
Oh gosh.
I love that cherry granada, dude. It's so good, man. I love it in my Shirley Temples.
So, this new Call of Duty, is this the one where they're gonna finally fix war?
What do you mean by fix war?
I mean, get it done, get it fixed.
Like,
Am I gonna see the ending of Call of Duty this time?
no.
No, because they're gonna. It's Call of Duty is just like Madden every year.
You had to say it. You had knowing.
Well, no.
You both know how different that is. That's a terrible.
I just want to know.
analogy.
I want to know if they're gonna wrap up the story involving all my favorite characters: gun,
That's what I
man
think.
with gun, military man with gun, other man
I
with
hate
gun,
all of you.
skull face man with gun.
I hate all of you. First of all, multiplayer reveal is on September 9th. They showed a little bit of it at the end of this trailer, so I'm excited for that. Fourth of all, both of you know that there's 3 studios publishing or creating Call of Duty titles, and Madden is literally the same thing every year, as well as FIFA and every other damn sports game in existence. But at least in Call of Duty, you get, a zombies experience, a campaign experience, a multiplayer experience, and now even you get battle royale.
But this year, the team that's developing is the one that has Yoshitaka Amano doing all the art, right?
Yeah, the one that did Katamashi Damari. Anyways, did
Nope.
either one of you actually play the Modern Warfare campaign? Or are you just sitting here preaching about things you don't even play?
Which one? Aren't there like 9
I'm
Modern
going to
Warfare?
stab both of
Which
you at this
Modern
point
Warfare?
with
But,
highlighters.
like which Modern Warfare? Modern
The newest
Warfare?
one.
Call of Duty Modern
Fucking
Warfare, the one that
cock.
came out before Modern Warfare
You
2?
cuck.
Which Modern Warfare?
You Jeff Bridges loving son of a bitch. Listen to me. The newest Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 2019, had a fantastic, one of the best first-person shooter campaigns in existence. Like, just if you haven't played it, you're a fake gamer. You're a poser. Play the Modern Warfare campaign and tell me that it's not fucking balls fantastic. I'm serious. It's fantastic.
Wait, are
But-
you sure?
Yes.
I think maybe you're thinking about the new Medal of Honor game that they
I
announced
hate
that's
all of
coming
you.
out.
No, Frontlines is getting remastered, and you're a piece of shit, and Modern Warfare campaign is great.
Wait, but isn't the Modern Warfare campaign just a remastered, remade version of the one that came out in 2016?
Are you being fucking serious right now?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you.
They
Son of a bitch.
they did just re-release those
They
though.
did. Yes, they did. That was the only reason
Could-
anybody bought Infinite Warfare is because they bundled those two together.
Was every other combination of words besides Modern Warfare used? Because
No.
they did do that one already.
The title was ridiculously stupid. There was only
Okay.
3 Modern Warfares. Why they didn't just go with MW4 doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Okay.
So, but this it gets me going here though. So they keep doing the Modern Warfare thing, but are they ever gonna like do a throwback and do like Call of Duty Paleolithic Warfare or anything? I mean, where we get some real action?
Medieval warfare, sure.
There was
No.
actually something like that it was like Trojan Warfare in development, and they shit canned it way back.
Far Cry tried to
They made a good decision then, finally. Once.
Probably.
Far Cry tried to do that shit. Remember Far Cry Primal? No, you don't.
Yeah, I have it. Still never played it.
Just because you guys think Destiny is a good game doesn't mean Call of Duty sucks. Okay.
I'm not saying Call of Duty sucks. I'm not saying Assassin's Creed sucks. I'm not saying Madden sucks. I'm just saying that I feel like maybe we've been there once or twice in the past.
They've
4
never
or
done.
5 times.
They've never done Cold War.
Wasn't that what the first Black Ops was?
I think it was. Yes. I guess this is yeah, because as far as I know, this is a continuation of Black Ops 1. It takes place directly after BO1.
So what are the other Blops games then?
BO2 is a future game. That was actually a future Call of Duty that everyone didn't shit all over. BO2 was fucking fantastic, and there was like hunter-killer drones and all kinds of fucking tech and robots, and holy shit. Hi, babe. You scared the fuck out of me.
I made 2. I wasn't that hungry. I forgot.
You guys like cup
Oh,
noodles?
look at you. Look at you go.
Are those fiery hot
Thanks, man.
Dorito cup noodles?
No, these are just the regular bitch-ass chicken ones, but...
Those are
Can't
the
go wrong with chicken.
Pocky collabo. There's actually little sticks
Yeah, there's
of
chocolate
candy
sticks in
biscuit,
here.
candied biscuit in there.
Yep, 100%, dude. Ah, it's
And
hot
the
as
candy-
fire.
And the Pocky sticks are actually like KFC special edition with
No,
mint.
they're Cheetos. They have cheese in the middle. Did you guys ever have the mac and Cheetos?
No.
They were so bad. They were so bad. It was like the branding was super on point. They had like one busted in half. There was like just perfect mac and cheese noodles spilling out. And then you take a bite of a real one and it just looked like baby diarrhea that was fried in a cheese curl. They were pretty
That sounds
terrible.
about right.
Those were a
Speaking
bird, right? Ooh, wait, no.
of baby
Let me interrupt.
diarrhea. Okay.
All right, those were from Burger King, right?
Yes.
All right. Did you guys see what Burger King did recently with all the streamers?
23
The
karat
Twitch ad-
gold-plated Pokemon cards.
No. The Twitch
Oh.
ads that they were doing?
No, I've seen things about this, but I don't know. I don't have any of the information. Please
So
explain it to me.
dumb, it's garbage. So basically, Twitch streamers that had the donation set up where it reads like the message that the sub includes is
Yeah.
basically like donating $5 or whatever, like the cost of like a combo meal at Burger King is, and then they would like insert ad copy that that the text to speech bot would read on their live streams, and it confused the streamers and stuff.
That sounds that's great actually.
Wait, what would the text-to-speech say?
It would just be ad copy?
Yeah, Burger King ad copy.
That's awesome.
Wait, so Burger King was doing it, or people were just doing it with Burger King ad copies to troll?
No, Burger King did it. It's like it was officially, yeah.
That's kick ass.
That's kind of hilarious, and I guess technically they're paying for the advertisement, but
Yeah.
that's so odd. That's wow. Okay. Like,
That's
so
great.
it was just like, did you know you can get nuggets and fries for $4.49 at Burger King? That's. I need to see this. I have not seen that. And it's
I
so
love that.
like, think about how. I could see them getting into some hot water though if they did that to like Ninja or somebody, you know, like somebody that's pulling like 100, you know, unique concurrent viewers, and they like pay $5 for a fucking ad, like that. I could almost see a stream. Like, imagine if a streamer took Burger King to court, was like, listen, you guys know good damn well that $5 was not worth the viewership that you guys just promoted your nuggets to, you sons of bitches.
That's why they did it, because it was so cheap to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, how do we get in on that for our stream?
Yeah, we'll
Burger
take the
King.
5. We've got donations on our streams. I don't think we've gotten one yet. So if anybody wants to pop our donation cherry, you know. Speaking
I
of
got-
donation cherries, didn't we
Oh,
just
yeah.
set up? So, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna hear it first because anybody that made it 30 minutes into the episode is an OG, a true fan. You know, if we would have said it at the beginning, you know, no one would have cared. But now that we're gone with all those people,
We all
if you
had to
guys-
talk about our balls first.
Yeah, exactly. You got to, you know, get the weeds out. So we have officially launched our Patreon. We have multiple tiers available. If you guys want to show some support to the podcast, you can now do so. Again, we do have donations on, I believe, whenever you see the Gravy Wheels channel go live. But if you want to check out the Patreon, there's all kinds of tiers available, going all the way from $1 to like $20. And the $20 tier, the highest reward we offer currently is we're gonna try to jump into like a Discord server once a month and just chillax and play some games with you guys. Probably on a live stream, maybe privately. I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on what the people want.
That's
But
the
that is
idea.
available. Yeah. So
But we're open. Yeah, let us know anything that you want to see on it, anything that you'd be interested in checking out. We're really like, we kind of are just starting with the basics here, and then we're want to go from there. So.
yep. And the cheapest form, the dollar, we're going to put everybody. I'm going to put everybody's name in text form at the end of every episode. All our current patrons are going to be on the end, like in the credits, essentially. So try to give everybody, you know, their little shout out. And once we get enough patrons, we're going to buy a studio in New York City. You know, because that's the cheapest place to buy a studio for producing a podcast. And Frank and I are still going to live in Missouri, and we're going to fly there once a week.
Or commute.
Carpool. Haven't figured that out yet, but so please donate to the Patreon because it's going to be about $10,000 a month for us to do that.
When we get to that one, I'm also going to rent a studio space in Kansas City, so I will be commuting there
two
to work.
studios. Yes.
I'll be commuting there. They'll be commuting here.
Basically, we're just going to be driving 4 out of 7 days in the week, every week.
We're going to be recording a lot of episodes on our cell phones in the car via like Bluetooth.
We're going to have to with the commute, but it's just what we got to do.
But also, like on the Patreon right now, it's a little bare bones, but there's going to be bonus content. We're going to see exactly what that looks like. But yeah, if you have suggestions, feel free to drop them.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to say. You know, obviously, we're not going to try to spend too much time talking about the Patreon here, but you know, this is a good way for us to hear what you guys would like. We racked our brains and we thought we came up with some pretty cool ideas for it. So it'll be linked in the description. You can at least check those things out. And if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comments. And now we'll shut the fuck up about it, unless Frank has anything to add, because he was staying oddly quiet because I think he's really worried about the draft in New York City.
I just think it's going to take away from my OnlyFan account.
I just started mine too, bro. I know.
It's only fan, not only fans. Don't get it confused.
Oh. So
just for one?
You just upload pictures of like your box fan?
No, it's only for one fan.
Oh, okay. It's just exclusive. It's just like
only
really,
fan.
Yeah.
My only fan. Can we go back to making fun of Call of Duty because I was enjoying that?
God damn it! I'm gonna eat noodles. Fuck you guys.
I got nothing. I just want
So now I had an idea earlier though, because you brought up zombies mode. You know what would be really cool? How I think like Madden and NBA 2K, like all those, like how they could spice it up. They could have zombies mode in the sports game.
Sure.
I would maybe play sports games. Yeah.
Just turn into a mukbang episode.
Yes.
It could be. Do you guys remember Mutant League sports? Mutant League sports games? They had hockey and football.
Yep.
And then I also recently heard another pod talk about that, and it reminded me of how stupid those games were.
Oh. They released like a new version on this. I can't remember. I think it's multi-platform, but there's a more recent like mutant football game, and it's pretty fun. It has like a bunch of good jokes and shit. It's like, I'm trying to remember instead of Tom Brady, the character's name is Bomb Shady. So like everybody's has like joke names that are basically like the real life players.
Why don't they bring back Blitz? That's what I want to know.
I mean, if you want to,
it was fun.
Blitz was fun. It was really fun.
They did one in 2012.
Yeah, and it's on Steam.
Really?
Wait, no, we're talking about two different things here. I'm talking about Mutant League football.
Mutant League is it is on Steam.
But then, did they make a new Blitz?
They made one in 2012. It only on Xbox. Huh. Interesting. Because I was thinking like if that came back, it'd be interesting to try out again. And then maybe it's just a nostalgia thing, and I would try it once and then never play it again. But I almost feel like the Blitz brand could like scissor with the XFL brand, and then is scissoring not okay? I'm sorry. And then maybe bring that back. I don't know. I would try it. I miss arcade. Like I used to play Madden when it was just simple. You know, it was like you got your 4 receivers, they're out running. You press fucking X to pass to this guy or whatever, and there wasn't like all this aftertouch stuff and hard to pass, and I don't know. Like I played Madden when it was simple, and I really enjoyed it. Anytime I tried Madden,
No.
current day, I'm
Arcades,
just like,
arcade style sports games are still where it's at. Like,
yeah,
I have NBA Jam on
That-
my Genesis.
exactly.
I can pick that up. It's still fun to play.
That's why everybody goes back to Jam and Blitz and stuff like that, and thinks of those
Yeah.
as like the golden era, the golden age of well, at least personally I do,
Right.
of sports games.
The NFL extremely cannot make Blitz anymore though, because that game was all about insane hits on people, like
But,
knocking
right.
people's heads off and shit.
I agree, but if with the XFL brand, because you can't have like Tom Brady running around and his back gets broken or whatever. But if it wasn't like based around actual licensed teams and actual players, maybe it would work. Or maybe the XFL wouldn't care as much because they're that's kind of their thing that they go for anyways in their brand.
Maybe. I think an XFL game definitely would have more license to be fun, as
Yeah.
opposed to Madden, which is just like fucking. Oh yeah, it's just like stepping in a tar pit. But yeah, like with CTE, you can't
Right.
show that, because then
Yeah.
they're afraid the kids are going to go outside and they're going to headbutt their walls to death, and then that's it. You can't, like, that era is over. You have to just appreciate like those hits that you see in like the Water Boy.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Hold those close to your chest because they're
I don't
done.
know how much you guys are into sports ball. I don't think Andrew is much at all. Frank maybe
Pay
a little
attention.
bit. Yeah, but you've got to, if you ever get a chance, watch the XFL documentary. It is really, really interesting. One of the main reasons that league didn't work is they had like $1 million game was like their Super Bowl, and it was actually a really good matchup, like a really good matchup. It so good that it went into double or triple overtime. Just so happened it was airing on NBC, which is Saturday Night Live, right? NBC.
Yeah.
So they were
And it
airing it
went
on.
over.
It
Yeah.
went. Yeah, they were airing it on NBC, and they had J-Lo booked for Saturday Night Live that night, which is a live show, and they need that airtime. Obviously, they had to delay J-Lo at like her peak stardom, being on SNL. So like the head of NBC was just like livid, just beyond pissed because the reason why it was delayed, not only the double or triple overtime or whatever it was, the power went out, and I think it even maybe went out. I think it just went out once. The power went out because some idiot in the production team forgot to put gas in the generator. So the power went out, the broadcast went down, everything. They restored power. They started the game again. Overtime's already happening. By the time it was all said and done, they just shit canned the whole thing because they fucked up so bad. But yeah, and then the XFL comes back, and it was going good. The games were great. Everybody really liked how they were like, a player would fuck up, they would like fumble on the 1 yard line, and then that player would be on the sidelines, and the reporter would just like the live coverage of the game would go right over and be like, "So how do you feel about that fuck up that would have won you the game?" And they'd like just put him right on the spot, which was like awesome to see because obviously they don't do that in the NFL. So they were doing a lot of really cool things. They were players were getting recruited mid-season of the XFL. They were getting signed to the NFL. So like the NFL was paying attention, and it seemed just like everything was going the right way. Now I will say that one thing, they said that they were going to make it really affordable, and I really wanted to go to a game because St. Louis got the Battlehawks. I think that was what it was called, and they were actually one of the better teams. And I was going to go, and when I looked up seating or pricing, it was like very comparable to going to a Chiefs game. And I was like, no, don't think I'm gonna do that, And then COVID happened. They went under again, announced that it was just dunzos. And then I don't know if you guys have seen the most recent news about the XFL, but Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson came in with his massive schlong and just dropped it on the table and said, "I'm buying it." And so maybe it's gonna be a thing.
I want them to have it's like the XFL scissored American Gladiator.
Okay. Ooh.
And you picking up what I'm throwing down?
Where this is
So you
going.
get like foam ball cannons if you like pay for the premium tickets, like field size.
Yes. How much would those tickets have to cost, though? A lot.
I like that.
Comparable to a combo meal at Burger King.
Perfect. Done.
much?
I'm there.
How much do I have to pay to get down there with one of those sticks that has pads on both ends?
I just,
I can like defend the red zone.
yeah, I think it would work. I think you're onto something, honestly. And also, when is American Gladiator coming back? Because I think we would all like to watch that.
Well,
Haven't they done a bunch of reboots of it at this point?
I think they may.
Yeah.
Doesn't The Rock have a version of that on right now?
Oh, yeah, it's
The Titan games or
something.
whatever?
Yeah.
they're trying to actually pull that off, but it's going to be more closer. It's going to be the new American Gladiator, but they're actually doing it a little bit more traditionally in the gladiator sense. So you guys heard that the Tiger King Zoo got shut down. So they're actually going to be having the tigers in
Fight off the tigers.
Yeah, so it's going to be a real gladiator thing.
You have to crawl
That's
around
great.
on crutches and shoot pistols at the feet of the tigers to make them stop. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, that's crazy. So there's actually a new show too. I don't know if you guys have seen it, called The Floor is Lava on Netflix.
Nice God. Yes, I have seen it.
It was actually pretty. My kids love it, and I didn't think it was bad. You know, all those obstacle shows I really like, and they did it whole different, like a puzzle room. I think the concept was really cool. Some of it was cheesy, but I like the idea. I like the direction.
I watched. My son likes it as well. I watched part of it with my son and my wife, and I was like, I just could not get over how fucking annoying the writing was.
The writing
And,
was
like,
bad, and a lot of the contestants were beyond brain dead. Like, I don't know how they chose those people, but
It was taking people like 10 minutes to get across that one room, but it's because they spent like 6.5 of those minutes quipping to the camera and like trying to make jokes and shit, and it just fucking drove me nuts. I hated every single person on that show.
they were
so
on like
much.
that
I
wet
couldn't watch it.
pyramid, and they kept leaving
Yeah.
like a teammate on the. There was like this big board platform, and they would like get one teammate off the pyramid, and then they would leave one, and then the guy would take the board and go on to the next part. And it's like, why wouldn't you get both off of the slipperiest, most like complicated obstacle in the room, and then go? But none of them like had the brain sense for that. I mean, it was hard to watch.
That's what that one song is about. WAP. It's about that wet ass pyramid. I get it.
Okay. Yeah, I get it, and that's why they showed so much asses in that video.
That's why there's so many asses on the floor is lava as well.
Yeah, all the big silicone injected asses.
Dude,
Can we
if
talk
Cardi
about
B
butts for a second? Go ahead.
hold on, if Cardi B hosted The Floor is Lava, I would watch the absolute shit out of it.
Oh, God. Can we
Even with the same writing, same dialogue, same contestants, I'd be like, this is brilliant now.
Can we just? I want anybody and everybody still listening at this point, and I know that's probably not many. Who in the hell is actually attracted to those beach ball asses? I need to know. Like, what is sexy about an ass that, like, if you cut it off, it weighs as much as I do? I don't get it.
Everybody's got to each their own. Don't yuck anybody's yums.
I have a fear of, like, getting smothered by those ass cheeks, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
Stay away.
I will.
Wear one of those pet collars that they have after surgery, so that way you're always going to be safe. You'll always have some space.
Actually,
up there.
we just got Minnie spayed, so we're
There you
good.
go.
I've got it.
Got one in the house.
I've got it. Yeah, we're good to go.
Did you guys just get that tweet?
What tweet?
Sir Mix-a-Lot just said that he's disappointed in you, Joey.
Oh, I only have notifications turned on for Sir Donald Trump. I'm sorry.
Comedy poison.
So speaking of balls,
Great energy drink.
did you guys hear that they're making a Pokemon Go game that's set in the Witcher universe?
What?
That makes no
They're
sense.
making a mobile game that's like Pokemon Go, but it's The Witcher, and you go around being the Witcher and killing monsters.
Witching, presumably.
Yeah.
Fine. They did a Harry Potter one, so why not?
They did? Ew.
Yeah, they did. You go around and I can't even remember. You do something, you like gesture on the screen and cast spells. I played it for like a day.
Labyrinth
Gold-
was better than Harry Potter. I said it.
I found the golden chalice. are the Sorcerer's Azkaban and the Stone of 1,000 Sins.
It's Ass Cabin. If you could say it right, I would appreciate it.
That's Harry Potter 11.
Oh,
Harry Potter and the Cabinet of Sins.
isn't that the Indian in the cupboard? I think you're getting your movies mixed up.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Harry Potter.
I've
and
seen
the
a lot
Indian
at this point.
Of Cabin Sins.
That's the problem with having a large like knowledge of movies and seeing a lot of movies is that after a while they're all the same one and you can't distinguish them anymore.
Especially if you're stupid like me. Yeah. At least I don't think Godzilla's a giant gorilla.
Oh gosh, about that. You don't have it upstairs, do you? You don't have it there. We played a pretty fun game this past weekend.
Sure did.
Y'all did.
Oh, sorry. We'll play it with you next time. We'll pop up the webcam.
The
Why did we
Engage just told me that the battery's full, so excuse me, I'm gonna unplug this now.
We can do that. That's what we should do for our game night is we should have a weird board game.
Could we? I'm trying to think. Would we be able to do that, Frank? Dude, that
It's
would be
2020 impossible.
I mean, all we would have to presumably do is a video call like this, right? The only problem would be the lag, right? So even if it's not much, because I think the timer is 15 seconds. So you would
Bump
have
it
to
up
get a
20
little.
or something.
You'd have to get a little leeway, yeah. Like if Andrew like threw out a movie title and it was like, oh, the buzzer already went off. We'd just give it to you because.
We'll revise the rules like how John kept making up rules to win.
John is literally known as the guy who will find the exploit of the game and always win the game. So.
Okay, but now since you've brought the game up, you have to explain the game to the listener.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Frank. You started.
So it's the Blockbuster game. I don't know what it is, but it's like a party game and
Movie trivia game.
yeah, it's a movie trivia game. And then you get three. So you split up into teams, and then you've got options of you draw 6 cards. One person draws 6 cards, and they decide if their team wants to use these 3 cards or if the other team wants to do 3 cards. I'm skipping the first part
Yeah.
roundabout. But so then they lay the cards down on the mat, and then they give the 3 cards to their opponent, who takes those cards and places them down appropriately. Basically, you've got 3 cards. You've got 3 movies that only you know about, and you have to place them down as you have to use one word to describe the movie, and then your team tries to guess that movie. Then you have a slot to quote the movie. So you pick a memorable quote from that movie, and then your team has to guess it. And then you have to have one where it's basically like charades. You have to act out a part of the movie, which, depending on which movies you get, it really blows.
And
but
you play all 3 of those cards during a 30. Like you lay out your 3. So like Frank said, there's quote it, act it, or one word. And obviously one word can get pretty tricky. You get one word to describe a fucking movie. Some movies easier than others, like Jaws. You say shark, obviously, whatever. But so there's strategy involved in that, and you start a timer for 30 seconds, and if you get all 3 of those, sometimes you might not get any, but if you get all 3 of those like lickety split before the 30 seconds is over, you can go to the other team's cards and start trying to quote it, one word it, or act it out. So essentially you can steal their points if you get your 3 in time. So there's a lot of strategy involved when you draw those 6 cards. There was one instance where I had One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I know the movie. I know I could probably say something that would get Frank to guess One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest because he's probably seen it too. But I knew that my younger friend AJ probably had no fucking clue what One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was. And I had 3 other cards that I was comfortable with. So I gave him that card. Sure enough, he got to that. He's like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of strategy. And it ended up being really fun. There's 8 movie categories, and you have to get 1 movie from each category to win the game. It was a lot more in depth than I thought it would be. And before you get to the 6 card draw, like Frank was talking about, you take turns going around the table. One person from each team gets a head-to-head card, and so your card would be like movies with ghosts in it. So I would say Ghostbusters, hit the timer. It's a 15-second timer for this one. And then Andrew, you would think of another movie with ghosts in it. You would hit the timer. I'd get another 15 seconds to think of another ghost timer. So the last person that could spit out a movie with ghosts in it is the winner. And then they're the ones that draw the 6 cards. And then, like Frank was saying, you know, basically you want to pick 3 that you know that you can get your teammates to guess, and then give the 3 that you're pretty sure that the other people can't figure out to the other team.
So in this ghost scenario, can I say 13 Ghosts twice because it was remade?
No.
No.
But
Game
I
sequels.
I appreciate the effort. Yeah, and no sequels. Yep.
Okay.
So, for example, like let's just say if you drew a card and it like said Rambo, your first guess would be
Tom Arnold.
No, this actually happened, Andrew. So our friend had the Rambo card, and granted, he is like, I think he's like 7 or 8 years younger than us, but regardless, there's no excuse for what the man said. Okay,
Yeah.
He-
Let's be clear about that.
he said Arnold Schwarzenegger for Rambo. And once we figured out that he was talking about Rambo, things got pretty heated. And, you know, and then there was another instance of someone saying giant gorilla for for Godzilla. So, but to be fair, though, was that the first game we played, Frank?
I don't.
I think it was. I think we tried to stay
That
somewhat
was
sober.
everybody was sober. Everybody was sober. That
Well,
game.
we played Reveal It first, or whatever, the Logos game. We played the Logos game first. So we had some drinks, but no one should have been trashed yet. So no one really had any excuse to get, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Steven Seagal mixed up. Or, you know, or King Kong and Mothra. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Gamera.
But it's a fun game. I highly recommend. Any movie buffs out there, I think it would be really fun because like I feel like Frank and I knew the most movies there. But if you could get like 6 to 8 people that really know some movies, then you'd like really have some fun with that game.
I feel like it would upset me a lot.
Why?
Oh, I just have the stupid things people would say.
Yeah, just because.
I mean, like I don't take it. I wouldn't take it that seriously. I would have fun, but
Right.
just saying. God, how excited do you guys get around Halloween? You guys Halloween people?
I used to be, yeah. Until people stopped giving me candy whenever I.
Until it got weird whenever I was like, "Hey, I want candy."
I want candy.
Bubblegum taffy.
I mean, I get excited for my
fuck-
kids, but you know,
I fucking love Halloween.
yeah.
I fucking love it. I never do anything. I never throw a party, never dress up. But I like being able to watch horror movies and nobody being like, "Ah."
Yeah. I threw a party
So-
one time and had a lot of fun. Like, had the whole family and friends and everybody came over. We had like 20 people or something like that. And I think we ended up having a costume party. Oh, guess what I dressed up as? You guys would probably be able to guess this pretty easily.
Nedry, Dennis Nedry.
Close. I
Oh
dressed-
no! The crackers and mustard.
yeah.
Sling Blade?
Son of a bitch. I've actually never seen that movie. It's on my list. I know I'm a piece of shit. No, I was a park ranger. I was just a generic park ranger, but I wore like the tan like shirt and then the pants, and then I like ripped them up. It was the first time I've ever made a costume for myself, and I had a lot of fun.
From that movie where everybody's lost in the woods and the park ranger has to go save them.
Yeah, Turok Evolution. Oh, Congo. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I put like 3 tears on it, and I put blood on it. I even printed out a badge that I found a good image of and put it in a badge holder and everything. And I had an airsoft
Wait.
shotgun. I
You
went
really
all
went
out,
for
dude.
it.
I went all out.
Did Freddy Krueger kill a park ranger in a movie? What are you talking about?
No, that was Jason.
I'm sure Freddy's killed a park ranger. He's he's prolific.
Yeah. I almost enjoy on Halloween handing out the candy more than like obviously I go trick or treating with my kids, and they have a lot of fun doing that. But I like just all the kids coming up, and they're some of them like kind of half-assed it, but some of them I'm like really surprised by their costumes. I was gonna ask though, Andrew, what is trick or treating like in New York City?
It's a fucking bummer.
Really?
It
No
is
one does
such
it?
a bummer because what happens is like I was all excited the first year we moved out here to do trick or treating too because I knew our neighborhood had a lot of kids in it.
Yeah.
And we lived on like a side street. It was all like brownstones and stuff. We had an
You
apartment.
had to like notify them that you moved into the neighborhood or
Nah.
something.
No, but like the thing is here is that kids don't trick or treat door to door. Kids go down the like where the shops are, and they
Do like a
pop in
trunk or
each
treat
like
or whatever.
No, you like pop into the Chinese restaurant and then they have candy there. And then you pop into like the hair salon next door and you get the candy there. And then you pop into the bodega next to that, you get the candy there. And that's just
so
how
weird.
it works. It's so
That's-
weird. But then I had all these bags of candy and I was like, well, okay, this is mine now.
Do they do anything like at Central Park? I feel like that's like the perfect setup for something.
Probably. I'm fucking going all the way out there.
I was gonna say, how far are you from that?
What? I live in Brooklyn. I'm not. That's in the middle of Manhattan. That's in the heart of the
no
beast.
concept of like, give me the GTA 4 map, and I might be able to figure it out a little bit. But
Brooklyn is a different island.
okay, right on.
Wait, New York is islands?
New York is islands.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Is 3
sweet.
Mile
Wait,
Island close?
Does
I think so. Yeah, that's one of them. That's one of the 6 boroughs.
I thought that Long Island was just like
You got Brooklyn, you got Manhattan, 3 Mile Island, Azkaban, Staten Island, Stretch Armstrong Island. That's it. That's 6.
Where did the nuclear
They're there.
facility melt down? What island is that?
That was Stretch Armstrong Island.
Got it.
that's how he was created.
That's
Okay.
why. Yeah, he's
They
on
just
their
scraped
money.
up
They
all
have their
the
own
reactor
currency.
goo, and they put it in molds and sold it to children.
No,
That's why it
Stretch
stretches.
Armstrong was a real guy.
Oh,
He was a real guy that was caught in the explosion.
definitely. Right on. I've
Made
seen
him all
Chernobyl,
Gumby.
so I know.
Yeah.
Got it. He was the one with the really hard accent.
You know, something that I don't like. This has been, I guess it's been a phenomena in our zeitgeist for like the past decade or so. But like these fucking shitty pop-up like Halloween stores.
Spirits. Hell yeah. You should see how many spirits pop up around here, man. It's great.
You know, it's just.
And it's like the same generic crap, and it all is like marked up 6x.
And it has lead in it because it's all made overseas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give me your $6 animatronic Frankenstein. Give me your fucking candy bowl with a ghost hand in it. Just give me it all. I love it.
I actually
love
just
it.
saw a Facebook ad for something that I was almost tempted to buy. They have these pumpkins, these jack-o'-lanterns that have like a projector in the middle of them, and they project the face, and the face moves, and they like sing Halloween tunes together and stuff. They look pretty cool. But I didn't,
I like that.
I didn't do it. I actually have a pumpkin patch in my backyard. I threw some old jack-o'-lanterns over the old fence last year, and there's a pumpkin patch bigger than my house now in the alley, and all the like. So the alley behind my house is really weird. It's like shared with 3 other properties, and every time I mow, I'll go back there and I'm like, oh, it's already mowed, so I just leave it alone, But usually I have to mow it. This year I haven't much. Anyways, everybody's been kind enough to mow around my pumpkin patch and leave it. They can tell that's like whenever you live in Missouri, people are like, well, that there's a plant they're growing, so I'm gonna leave that alone, instead of, you get that southern hospitality, which is nice. But I got a pumpkin about yay big right now, and she was green. Now she's turning orange, and I think I'm about to pick it here pretty soon. But we got 2 months till Halloween, boys. So what's Daddy gonna do? I think what Daddy's gonna do is I'm gonna scoop it out and take them seeds, and I'm gonna toast them in the oven with maybe a little bit of Cajun seasoning. And I'm gonna eat them seeds. Then I think I'm gonna bake that pumpkin meat, and I'm gonna make me some pumpkin pastries, boys. And then if you guys want to come down here and visit old Hovath Pumpkin Patch, $3 a head, we can talk about it.
I think that your neighbors, they're not really doing it out of respect for you.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
think that they saw that documentary years ago and it scarred them for life. It was like Ernest Scared Stupid, and so they don't want to go anywhere near
Sure.
Yeah, I just rewatched that recently, and you know it is pretty terrifying. And
They have they're all armed with water guns filled with milk, right?
Yeah.
can I ask you guys something personal?
We talked about balls, yes.
Okay, perfect. Speaking of Ernest, one of my favorite movies growing up was one of the Ernest movies, and I want you guys to try to guess which one that was.
Ooh.
Um, Ernest goes for a schwitz.
Oh, all right. Ooh. See, I don't think that it was Ernest Goes to Jail. And I was it Ernest Goes to Africa?
Nope. Ernest Goes to Camp. Have you guys seen this one?
Probably when I was like 6.
Ernest Goes to School?
Ernest Goes to Camp. So there's like, I think that's what the title was. Hold on, now you're faced. So basically, at the end of the movie, yeah, or you type Ernest Goes, and the first one that pops up is to camp. Ernest Goes to Camp ends in like this insane war
At Crystal Lake.
at the end. Yeah, at Crystal Lake. With I don't even remember. They were like trying to demolish the camp, I think, to like put up a
Oh, yeah. And he saves
hotel
the
complex or something like that. Yeah, and they go to war with the people. They like build all these like entrapments and stuff like that. And I was always, as a kid, so like obsessed with any like Rube Goldberg type scenario or just like booby traps and stuff like that. I was always obsessed with that stuff. So that was one of my favorite movies of my childhood for sure. If you haven't seen it, you should go back and seen it. Seen it? It's a great board game.
Before I did want to ask you guys, what are your favorite Halloween movies? Your favorite sort of horror things to revisit?
Oh, like Halloween centric
Or just scary.
I'll take anything scary.
Can we do both?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm
Really?
not ready because one of them is on the it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it.
Go ahead and think about it. I've always
If you give me any details, I promise I can get it.
I've always stood by the idea that the scariest movie that I've ever seen, because I'm not big on scary movies these days. Most of them just kind of irritate me the way that they're made. I don't know, they're cheesy and predictable, and the only thing that will ever get you is a jump scare. But back in the day, the scariest movie to me that I've ever seen was Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead, with the cabin in the woods, you know,
Sure.
before it turned into, you know, Army of Darkness and all that goofy shit. You know, the
Yes.
original Evil Dead was just scary on a level of just it being creepy as fuck. You know, just the
It's
idea
lean-
of
it's-
everything.
It's lean and mean. There's not a lot of fat on them bones. It just kind of fucking goes.
Yeah, just the whole thing is just creepy as fuck, and it's not like super, you know, it's like Pet Cemetery or something where it's like zombie animals or it was just like I don't want to say more believable, but I guess the concept just wasn't like too far of a stretch. It was just like, you know, evil possession kind of scary, and I don't know, that for whatever reason that movie always got me. And I do want to follow that up. I know Frank wants to answer too, but did you see, Andrew, being a scary movie buff, did you see the remake, the reband or red band
I
or
never
whatever?
did see.
I haven't either, but I've heard that it was good, but I haven't seen it. So
I heard it was. Yeah, I heard it was watchable too. I haven't seen it. I've seen some of the TV show, but I haven't seen the remake of the movie.
okay, yeah.
What you got, Frank?
All right, so I've got a three-fer, and I hate to do this, but I'm gonna do it.
Go
The
for it.
Witches, where the kid gets turned into mice.
Never seen it, but I'm aware it has a fan.
That's a solid one. And then around this time of year, well, in a little bit, I really like to listen to the Time Warp, and Daddy pulls out his fishnet stockings, and I watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Sure.
Classic. And then it's either a mix between Nothing But Trouble and The Burbs.
The Burbs.
I haven't seen either of
forgot
those,
about that
actually.
one. Really?
No, I know The
Burbs-
Bird is the classic.
The Burbs is great. I haven't seen that in so long, but I remember not necessarily being like scared, but that was also, they did it really well, where it was just like a really creepy concept. I'm gonna like text that. I have a group chat with my girlfriend of movies to watch. I'm gonna send that right now because I want to rewatch that.
I need to see it. I really want to watch it. I've been meaning to watch it for years.
Tom Hanks, right, Frank?
Yeah.
Thanks. That and then Rocky Horror Picture Show is just such a classic if you're into that.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen that. Like I know what it is, and I've seen snippets, but I don't think I've ever watched that all the way through.
And you guys have never seen Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase and John Candy?
No.
Oh, it's a good
Is it a comedy?
comedy horror. I don't know. It's got Dan Aykroyd and stuff. It's like hilarious, and I can't. Demi Moore is golden. It's a solid movie, but like, it's a black comedy horror film, so it's a dark horror comedy film.
What's it called again?
That sounds right up my alley. Nothing But Trouble.
The Trouble.
Boom, done. With Halloween coming up, I've been trying to find, movies in that genre to watch. Anyways, I just went back with my girlfriend and we watched all the Ghostbusters movies, and that was a good time. It had been a long time since I had seen, Ghostbusters.
That first one holds up. Holds up.
It's so
Andrew,
good.
Say what now?
what's your Halloween horror?
The ones that I return to, like I was thinking of this because last night I started watching Candyman, which is actually a relatively recent discovery for me. I've only seen it a couple times, but fuck, man, that's a great movie.
Pretty sure I've seen it, but I need to rewatch it.
It kicks ass. Also, I fucking love Halloween. The original ass Halloween. It's great. I've seen it so many times this last year or two. I don't know what it was, but I think last year I decided I was gonna watch all of the Halloween movies. Which,
how many are there?
14, I think.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's too many. There aren't that many. There's let me actually count this out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 through 6, and then there's the 2 zombie remakes, and then
One in space.
no, that's a Jason movie,
Jason, yeah.
Wow.
And then there's all the Freddy vs. Jasons.
which don't have anything to do with Michael Myers, you motherfuckers.
I'm so sorry.
Really?
There's the one that they made recently, and then there were the 2 that were in the 90s. So I think that puts us at what, 10, 9?
Gosh.
Wait, Michael Myers isn't. Yeah. Wait. Okay.
Oh, he
He's-
fucked up too.
He's not Jason, right?
No, Jason is Jason.
Wow. Wait. So is that
Jason is Friday the 13th.
And then Freddy is Nightmare on Elm Street,
There you go.
and then Jason is. The hell's Jason from? The
Jason's
lake.
Friday the 13th. We started with that. That's the first one you said. You goober.
Friday the 13th, Halloween, and Nightmare on Elm Street are different things. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not.
Halloween
I'm
is
not
Michael Myers.
Okay. Yeah.
If you've never seen the original Halloween, just watch it. Just enjoy it.
I need
It's,
to. How's
it's a
the remake?
treasure. Do you mean the recent one that came out in 2018?
It didn't Rob Zombie do it, and what's her face was in it.
So, yeah, Rob Zombie did one in the mid-aughts, and I haven't seen the second one of those. The first one is not great.
Okay.
There's just no point to it. Just watch the first one, and the most recent one is also really, really good too.
Fair enough. I liked Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses and all that stuff. I thought those were good, so I didn't know. I figured those would be at least decent.
What about your all's thoughts on Critters?
Oh, the
Haven't seen
Critters movies were great. Really? I'm surprised. That's an old horror movie. I figure, not really horror, but yeah, the old
Was
Critters.
it-
It's just like Gremlins. I mean,
Was it
not
John-
just but.
I think
There
so.
was
I think you're right.
I remember there was the chick, there was the female critter, and she had makeup on and the whole thing. Those Critters movies were. I was into them as a kid for sure. There was a period in my life where mom, instead of paying for a babysitter, she would just go to work and bring me home literally a sack of movies from Scotton's Video, and I would watch those kind of all the Critters movies, and that's probably the first time I saw Tremors and all those, and which, by the way, Tremors,
Rule.
fantastic boys.
Yeah, they're great.
Critters 3 had Leonardo DiCaprio.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson is in the first, or I'm sorry, Liam Neeson. Johnny Depp is in the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
gets
that
sucked
is
into
a
the bed.
young Leo. Dude, I gotta rewatch these now just to see Leo and Critters. That's hilarious.
I will tell you what, man. I would love to do like a curated horror thing when we get closer to October. It would make me so happy.
That could be another thing that we could do for our top tier is just watch one of the Critters movies with our Patrons.
Watch Critters, watch Ghoulies, watch Gremlins. Just any movie about
Yes.
weird little things.
That is awesome. I had no idea.
We got to cut it off here, kiddos.
Oh,
Cut
do
that-
we though?
Cut them
Yeah.
balls off. Castrata.
Daddy needs his medicine.
Is that liquor?
It's not talking anymore.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So are we ending on a word?
I don't know. Thanks, Javelin, for letting us use your song. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Tyler, for the artwork.
Yeah.
That's right.
That artwork be nasty. In a good way.
Banging.
Yeah.
Anybody got what? Can anybody think of a single word anymore?
Yeah, I can think of it. The word
Cool. Go.
to end the episode is Patreon.